Hello and welcome to the Formula E Pit Lane Preview Show. My name's Derin Adetosoye and I'm coming to you from Diriyah ahead of the start of Season 8 of the ABB FIA Formula E World Championship. Now, all signs point to this season being the most dramatic yet, and we'll be kicking off with a spectacular doubleheader under the lights here in Diriyah. So if you're a long-time Formula E fan or you just so happen to join us for the first time, welcome, thanks for joining us. Coming up on the show, we'll be chatting to Giovinazzi as well as hearing from multiple race winner Sam Bird. But first, we thought it'd only be right to hear from our reigning world champion, Mercedes EQ driver Nyck de Vries. So let's see how he won last year in Diriyah.
And we go green under the lights. It's a late move over, Bird's on the dust. Come on!
What a move, great, keep it up.
Is he going to try and get the Jaguar as well? Sam Bird goes to the inside, Lim puts him in the wall.
He changed direction, unbelievable.
Oh, big hit from Max Gunter, massive hit.
Sorry guys.
Here comes Mitch Evans attacking Rast. Rast tries to cover him, but Evans gets the inside, and the Jaguar's up into third place. On the final lap, he's quite far back. Evans covers, Rast goes one way, goes the other. Nyck de Vries through the final corner, wins the first race of the Formula E World Championship.
Checker flag, mate, checker flag. Well done. Official FE race winner, mate.
Thank you guys, thank you very much. It's been a great weekend so far.
Well, Nyck, we've just seen how you won here in Diriyah last season. This weekend, how are we feeling? Positive vibes again?
Yeah, I'm very excited. It's always good to start a new season. Obviously, this one has a subtle, special touch to it, being the kind of reigning champion, but at the same time, it doesn't really mean much to me, as in being the champion from last year, because this is a new season with new opportunities. All the counters are back on zero, so yeah, I'm just very much looking forward to a new championship, a new fight, and being back with the team, and fighting for another championship.
Yeah, and there's lots of exciting elements this season as well, isn't there? We've got the new qualifying format, some new drivers. So as much as you're in the perspective of thinking you're not too fussed about the championship title, I'm sure a few of those guys are. Are you feeling any rivalry tension already?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, I don't really have any particular different feelings towards this season. I mean, it is nice to defend a championship, but at the same time, I feel like the job is the same as it was in the past. And the changes to the kind of sporting regulations, I think will bring a lot more stability and consistency. So I'm definitely in favor of those, and I think they're a positive change. So. I'm just looking forward to get going.
Yeah, so no rivals yet?
Well, everyone is a rival. I mean, it's normal, of course, and I think we have a very competitive grid with strong teams and drivers.
And so how have you been preparing for the new season?
We started early in January, had a little bit of time off, and obviously we went to Valencia, and then post-Valencia we did some simulator days, and from January on we basically got back to the work to get ready for Saudi. I mean, it doesn't give you that much time, so you better start early enough.
And obviously, Nyck, you have a lot of supporters cheering you on this weekend. Have you got a message to your fans?
I just want to thank everyone for their great support over last season, especially always the ones who were committed enough to fan boost me. I know it's a bit of a hustle, and I don't like to beg you to vote for me, but obviously it is very much appreciated that you take the time to do it, and it is helpful and it can make a difference. So please continue to do that, and I'll hope and do my best to make you proud.
We've just heard from our reigning world champion Nyck de Vries, but the only driver to have won in every Formula E season also picked up a win last year. Here's how Sam Bird did it.
And we go green in Diriyah.
There's Jake Dennis having the battle.
Oh, it's Verline, I think.
Oh, Verline just fed him into the wall.
Oh, Robin Fries is in attack mode and he knows he needs to take advantage. Bird looking in his mirror. Fries goes to the inside, but he's in attack mode. He has more power. Bird goes to the outside. This is the battle for the lead. Bird gets loose. And there goes Bird. Bird up the inside of Fries, coming into the chicane. The two DS to cheaters are going side by side into the chicane. They're going to make contact. Shuttering Burns heading towards the wall.
Guys, what the is that? Seriously?
That was not the rule of the race, fighting like that.
It all happens very fast, as you know it does. And the next thing you know, you're stopped in the barrier, you're like, okay, that's that.
Not enough time to clear the safety car, so as a result, Sam Bird wins another race in another season of Formula E for his new team, Jaguar.
So I'm joined by Sam Bird. We're here in Diriyah. Sam, great to see you. Now let's talk about Diriyah, because you've obviously won here twice already. So how are you feeling about this season?
Firstly, Derin, it's great to be back. Really excited for this season. I really enjoy driving this circuit. It's a circuit that clearly has been kind to me in the past with a couple of wins. I'd like to make that 3 or 4 this weekend, but it's a great circuit because it flows. You know, it's not stop-start. The track is progressive. It goes left to right in the middle sector. From turn 5, exit of turn 5, all the way down to turn 16, you're constantly turning and maneuvering your vehicle around these amazing corners. So I love driving it. Difficult with energy, but it makes for a great race.
And so you're feeling positive that this weekend we'll be seeing your 3rd win here?
There's 21 amazing drivers that I've got to try and beat. That's the difficulty in Formula E. You're not just fighting your teammate. Everybody here has got the chance. So I need to do a really good job in order for that to happen.
Well, I have no doubts you will. You are one of the contenders for this season. You had an amazing season 7. You're obviously still with Jaguar. Congratulations, by the way, on the multi-year deal. Talk us through how you're just feeling as a whole.
Yeah, feeling really good. Great to get the contract extension. Everybody wanted that, so we worked hard in order to ensure that that was the case. I was actually very disappointed with my season 7. I know I came away with 2 wins and 6th in the championship, but when you're leading the championship with 3 races to go, you're thinking you're going to fight for it. There were too many opportunities missed, too many DNFs last year. Consistency is going to be the key with this new qualifying format, so I'm looking to put that right this year.
Well, wishing you all the good vibes. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
We always look forward in Formula E. So while the grid remains full of your favourite drivers, there are some exciting new changes happening to the championship this year. Our innovative new qualifying format will debut this weekend, and here's how it's all going to work.
For Season 8, a new qualifying format will see the fastest drivers going head-to-head in a 1-lap shootout to decide the Julius Baer pole position. A group stage will see 2 groups of 11 drivers get a 12-minute session to set lap times, with the fastest 4 from each group progressing into a knockout stage, where drivers will go head-to-head over 1 flying lap. Starting with the 8 fastest drivers facing off in the quarter-finals, the fastest in Group A going against the 4 fastest in Group B, the fastest in Group B going against the 4 fastest in Group A, and so on. Those quickest will progress into the semi-finals and onto the final, leaving 1 final pair battling for the Julius Baer pole position and 3 championship points. The winner and runner-up will start on the front row, with the semi-finalists on the second row, quarter-finalists filling the spots between 5th and 8th based on lap times, and the remaining positions also ranked by lap time and which qualifying group they started with.
Now I'm joined by Formula E commentator Jack Nicholls. Jack, good to see you. How excited are you about qualifying?
I'm really looking forward to it actually, because it's going to mix the grid up and it's going to be really difficult for the drivers to take pole position, because last year, if you wanted to take pole, you needed to do 2 good qualifying laps. Now you need to do 4. You need to be quick in the groups and then win your quarter, semi and final. So I think it's going to be even more difficult to take pole position.
So do you think it's going to make a big difference to the championship?
I think we'll see the front runners at the front more often, because so often last year you had Nyck de Vries starting 23rd on the grid, and could he come through to get 10th? Whereas this year, I think the championship front runners are going to be at the front fighting for wins, which is, I think, what we all want to see.
Let's talk about the duels. Everyone wants to hear about them.
It's going to be really, really interesting to see how hard the drivers attack them, because you've got to be quicker than the guy you're up against, but also if you crash, then you're out and you've lost the duel. So there's so much jeopardy in those duels, and also you don't know what you're aiming for. Normally when you do a qualifying lap, you know the quickest time so far, so you know, I've got to do a 1 minute 28.4 or whatever. This time you have no reference point, because you've just got the guy ahead, and the guy behind might be thinking, oh, he's getting a bit further away from me, I think, but he's just kind of guessing. So I think there's so much jeopardy and intrigue around this new qualifying format.
It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
So as well as the new qualifying format, we also have 3 new drivers on the grid. Let's talk about them. Oliver Askew.
Really impressive young driver, actually, Oliver Askew. He is the first American in Formula E since the first season, all the way back in 2015. And he won the 2019 Indy Lights Championship with Andretti, so he knows the team really well. And it's just great to have an American back in Formula E.
Yeah, and joining the Neo 333 Formula E team, we have Dan Ticktum. Tell us a bit more about him.
He's the 14th British driver to enter Formula E. A lot of British drivers here. And he's got a really interesting career, a bit of a checkered past. He's been quite controversial at times in his junior career, but he's always shown a lot of pace. He was real rivals with Lando Norris in go-karting, and then in junior formula. He won 3 races in the Formula 2 Championship. He's another driver with a lot of potential, and him up against Oliver Turvey at Neo is going to be interesting, because Turvey is sort of the experienced man. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that, but he's sort of the wise old head, and Dan Ticktum's sort of the new incoming driver.
Yeah, and joining Dragon Penske Autosport, we have a new driver, Antonio Giovinazzi, and we actually caught up with him yesterday. Well, I'm now joined by Antonio Giovinazzi. Antonio, welcome to Formula E. How's it feeling?
Thank you. Yeah, feel good. You know, not much time to rest, to be honest. Last race for me was already middle of December, but it's good. You know, just be back in the track, in the new experience like Formula E. So yeah, looking forward to see the track, first laps here in Saudi. So yeah, looking forward for the weekend.
Well, I have to say, a lot of your fans are also looking forward to seeing you on the track. How does it feel knowing that so many of them have followed you into Formula E?
You know, I'm really happy about this, you know, just to bring people to watch Formula E and to have a lot of supporters. So yeah, just hopefully we can have also a great result together. For sure, I was struggling a little bit on the first part because, like I say, I had not much miles on this car, on this new championship. So yeah, but it's good to have a supporter behind, and I will give the maximum for them as well.
And what an opening race to start off with, the night race here in Diriyah. What's it like driving in the lights?
I love to drive in the night, you know, with the lights. You know, it was in the past experience was one of the best things. So it will be the first time for me in Formula E and in this track as well. So yeah, it's good because, you know, the schedule in Formula E is quite tight, and you start all the time quite early. And for me to wake up really early is not ideal. So to start, you know, in the night, I have more time to rest in the morning. But yeah, just looking forward to drive this you know, new car for me with the lights in the night. So yeah, looking forward.
Amazing, thank you.
Thank you.
What a cool guy. Jack, how do you think Antonio is going to do this season?
He's so friendly, isn't he? Quite often when drivers come to Formula E from other championships, they're a little bit, what's going on here? But he's just so relaxed and chilled. The 5th Italian in Formula E.
Another fun stat.
Exactly. And he just has all this pedigree that we're really excited to see. And him and Sergio Sette Camara are 2 very exciting drivers at Dragon. So the car maybe might not be the fastest, but it'll be fun watching them for sure.
Yeah, and so what are your overall predictions for this season?
Well, you feel a bit boring when you go, oh, it'll be Mercedes or Jaguar or DS Techeetah, but there's a reason that they finished in the top 3 of the championship last year. They are some of the best teams and drivers out there. I think for me, DS Techeetah probably has the strongest driver pairing. They had a lot of troubles last year when they brought in a new powertrain. They won their first race. They thought this is going to be great, but then it kind of slipped away. Yeah, it didn't materialize over the course of the year. I think I would back Jaguar for this year, but that's basically just a guess.
I think I'm quite keen to see someone new at the front of the grid.
Who?
Oh, I'm not going to say. I'm asking you for your predictions.
Okay.
Okay, and then in terms of just your general excitement for the season, we've got the new race locations. Where's your favourite?
I think everybody's really looking forward to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Seoul. I've changed my mind already.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Seoul, a double header in Seoul in the middle of August is going to be great.
It'll be lots of fun.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on what you think this weekend's going to hold?
I just think we're in for some classic Formula E, and that's the most exciting thing, is that the last 2 years in Formula E have been a little, you know, it's been the pandemic and it's been behind closed doors and it's not had quite the same sort of feel. The racing's still been good. It obviously went down to the last round of the championship last year in Berlin, and I'm just excited to go again.
Very exciting times. Well, thank you very much, Jack. Bye. That's all for today's episode of the Formula E Pit Lane Preview Show. Check out the description box to find out where you can watch all the action wherever you are in the world, and follow us at FIA Formula E to keep up to date with everything this weekend. It's a new season with our same relentless attitude. There's no turning back.
Oh,